Fallon is leaving no stone unturned in his quest to be at peak fitness for his September return.
I haven't stopped riding now. I mean, even though I've been away on different things, I've never just took complete time out and got unfit. I've always stayed fit anyway. And you mean, if you're riding out every day, which I have been doing, you keep yourself right anyway. I know you don't get race fit, but if you're getting on and off and driving around up and down, you know, 4 times a week, and the more like Wednesdays, Tuesday, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and then in between as well, riding out, you know, for different stables, even on a Sunday morning. It doesn't take much. Then I've got the exerciser as well. You know, I'll be really working hard on that, and I'll be concentrating and watching races, and as if you're race riding. Yeah. So that'll finish off. The last couple of weeks, I'll be really working hard on that.
We've seen you in the gym on the running machine as well. You know, a bit of running?
Well, you know, I was doing a lot of that as well. I had a personal trainer there as well to work on parts of my body that I wouldn't usually. And just in general, you're just different things, you know, different days, different things.
So would you say you're as fit now as the last time you rode?
I'd say I'm fitter now than I ever was, right? And even mentally, I'll be a lot more, I think, tuned in, because towards the last couple of years riding, I didn't, you know, it was like as if I didn't need it as much as I need it now. So I'm going to be a lot sharper. And the fitness-wise, I'd say from what I've been doing will get me there.
So Kieren says he's fit, but I wanted to test him. So it was time to go where few TV presenters have gone before, head-to-head with Fallon over 5 gruelling rounds. Well, 5 gruelling games of squash. I was confident as I pulled on my special toe shoes with extra grip. After all, Fallon's getting on a bit, and I'm fit. At least, I think I am. Let the humiliation begin.
Too good, too fit, too strong. That's probably why he'll be champ.
In the Fallon factor, you spoke about the other jockeys that are riding at the moment, the admiration you had for some, and maybe not quite so much for some of the others. You've already mentioned Michael Kieren and how well he's still doing at about age 2000. What about yourself as far as your rivals? Do you think you're the best jockey out there? When you come back, will you think, I am 6-time champion, I'm the best?
Matt, you're hardly going to say, you know...
Well, why not? Do you think, I mean, you know, there's no point in being modest if you think you are the best.
when I'm on a horse, I love it. I feel confident. I enjoy the feel. I get a lift.
Is there any jockey, if you're upsides in a finish, you'd have any fear of at all?
I mean, I hate being in a finish with Jimmy Fortune.
Hmm.
You know, and he's probably the only one really.
Hmm. But when you look at the crop just generally, you don't have to name names, is it a period you're coming back in that you feel very comfortable coming back against what's out there?
Well, you mean, what's out there? You mean, the boys I've raced against all, you know, over the years, you know. I think Ryan Moore is the only one that, you mean, I can't remember really about racing against Ryan. I think it was only apprentice when, but doing well. He was clear champion apprentice when I was riding. So Ryan is the only one that I wouldn't have raced
people
against.
Talk about Pigott, they talk about Cawthon, they talk about Edery, and they talk about Fallon. Do you feel there's anyone out there who's worthy of being in that list that isn't in the list at the moment, perhaps?
Well, time was going to tell. I mean, it took them a long time, you know. Lister all his life, he always just got better and better, you know, and so did Pat, and until the day he retired. There's always going to be somebody out there. I think Pat was champion jockey for many years before I think I took over from Pat. Hmm. I got the job in Henry's Essence and didn't look back after that. You know, every year I was champion jockey after that. Bar the year I had the fall, and then I went to Ireland. But of the guys, I mean, I've used these Jimmys and, you know, Seb Saunders and them boys are all still there. They're all on top, so they are. And Ryan is with them, which he went to a different level from being an apprentice. That's what makes a good jockey. If you can be champion apprentice and then step up and hold your own, which he has done, and now he's there fighting out this year to be champion jockey with Richard Hewson, and Paul Hannigan's doing very well up north, you know. So, I mean, I don't think I'll have a problem as long as I get the support of the trainers and owners like I did before.
And what about the support of trainers? I mean, one would expect trainers to ring you up every 5 minutes saying, God, can't wait for you to come back. Is that the case, or is it dead as a dodo?
No, they'll ring me up and say, can you be at the top of the Aberhatchie at 6 o'clock, or can you be there for 6:20? And I say, well, I'm there for 6 for Ed Dunlop, and I'm...
But no trainer at the moment has said, Kieren, you're riding all my horses when you come back.
No. But I wouldn't want that. What I want to do is I want to get out there and prove to myself, and I'll know after the first couple of weeks whether I'm fitting in or not. I can't see any reason why I won't.
And talk us through the excitement you've got for coming back. I know on our channel, on the races, you said, I just can't wait. How excited will you be the day before you ride?
Well, sitting here now, I'm calm and think, it'll be like, just another day at the office, and it'll be my job, which it isn't my job to ride and to ride winners and to be successful. But when people say it to you, just general public, wherever you go, and people you be, oh, can't wait till you get back, and all of a sudden I get a little lift, you know what I mean? And like, well, I can't, And it's people saying that, to you, that just, gives you that little bit of confidence. Do
you think you're prepared for the media circus that is going to take place when you come back? I mean, it's going to be like Lester Pigot's comeback.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't like that. If I can slip underneath the
but you're becoming quite good on TV.
No, I don't like. I've never liked anything like that. I hate being, Well,
you hate cameras, basically.
Yeah, and I hate doing interviews and, things like that. I just don't find myself comfortable doing them, so I don't like doing it. So I just hopefully the first day, ride as many winners as I can and go home, and then hopefully, forget about the whole thing.
But overall, that September date, which we think it will be September the 4th, but it might not be exactly September the 4th. That day when you wake up and you drive to the racetrack, which is the track you're looking forward to heading off to. I mean, lots of people think Pontefract. You'll be itching to get back there around the rail. But is there a track that you think, I can't wait to get back at Ascot?
Well, I'd like to go to Ponty if Jack and Linda were still training, but not really. I hate it. Actually, I thought it was going to be Haydock, because I thought it was going to be the 5th was going to be my first day back. Right. Which I looked at the calendar and I see it was Haydock Park, and I love Haydock. They've done a real good job there. There's a new weigh room, and it's all together, and then it's a beautiful racetrack. But it's not going to be. I think the meetings are on the 4th, or the Linkfield, Kempton in the evening meeting, and Chepstow. I think Beverley up north. Beverley or Catterick, one of them.
But you know most of them, so you've clearly done your homework already.
Yeah. I loved it up north.
Can you take them all in, do you think? No. And you'll go 2010 all out for the Jockeys Championship?
That is my biggest target. Right. I mean, if I can't win a Ledger this year, hopefully I'll try and get one next year. It's a pity really that they hadn't had the Champion Stakes in Ireland the same day as the St. Leger in England,
Could be good if you're trying to get the ride on Age of Aquarius, though.
Well, I don't know. Well, Aiden's got his jockeys, and I just hope that something will fall into place. It'd be nice to have a ride in the race, because it'll be really just over a week from the time I come back. So there's not enough real time for me to prove myself and to get a ride in a race like that. But you never know.
Last time you were champion jockey, 221 winners in 2003. So the objective then for 2010, 222?
Well, I always set when I was winning the championship every year, I always wanted to do better every year after. I always wanted to beat my own record, I know it's always difficult because with suspensions and injuries and everything else that we have, but that would always be a target. You mean 200? You mean I won't go overboard and say I'll be looking at 200. When I come back first, what I'll do is ride as many as I can, with pacing myself, and then see what was happening over the winter. But come March, I will be all out.
The message to the racing world is Fallon's on the countdown. He's about to be back. He's mentally fit, he's physically fit, and he's raring to go.
Yes.